Fáilte Róibh Galéir, what's the crack? I'm going to talk about my protein intake today and why it's 180 grams and why it's not 300 grams. Okay, so I suppose this video was born out of I was online, I was on Facebook, and I saw The Rock's diet plan, and he literally was eating about 2 kilos of meat a day. I'll be getting about maybe 120 grams of protein from lean meats, so maybe 300 to 400 grams of lean meats, and then I'll be getting the rest of my protein from my rice, so there's a little bit of protein in rice. And with the Rock's program, he's eating about 1 to 2 kilos of meat a day. So why don't I do that? Basically, I don't do that because, well, A, first of all, the Rock is about 10 times the size of me, but also B, my body isn't going to be able to absorb that much protein. Now, if you're on, for example, testosterone, or if you're on steroids, then your body's ability to synthesize protein, so basically to use protein, will be increased. So you'll be able to, maybe, for example, you might be able to use twice as much protein. So as a result, you'll eat twice as much protein and you get bigger. So that's why I'm at 180 grams. If I go anywhere over that, really, what's happening there is that protein will be taken into your body. Your body will turn it into carbohydrates and then use it as carbohydrates. Okay, so that's why that's there. Carbs. Why are my carbs so high? People will be like, oh, carbs, they make you fat. They're never good for you. Well, I'm doing a lot of cardio work, and yes, I will need carbohydrates. If you look at any endurance athletes, their main portion of their diet will be their carbohydrates. Also, I need to increase my calories because I will be gymming a lot, but I'll also be doing a lot of skills work and also a lot of endurance work. So again, my calorie consumption will be pretty high. I'm guessing it's going to start in off at about 3,000 calories, but then it'll dramatically increase as the weeks go by. So that's why you need my carbs nice and high to get enough calories in, so that whilst I'm doing all my training, I can gain a little bit of weight as well. So my fats are nice and high as well. This might teeter over 90, might well go into the hundreds. So again, I want to keep this high for calorie intake and make sure I'm gaining weight in the off season and once I'm doing all the training. Fiber, very, very important, especially with me with kind of digestive problems and things like that. So definitely fiber is important, and macros. Vegetables and fruits have to be in your diet. If you're not eating fruit or vegetables, whilst you're young, you can get away with it, but once you start getting older, it really is going to cost you. Vitamins and minerals in the form of supplements are not a replacement for this. Okay, so you have to have your fruit, your veg. You're also going to get some minerals as well from things like meats and stuff. Okay, as you can see, there's things like there's no nuts, there's no eggs. That's purely because of my intolerance to a lot of foods. So that's why my diet looks pretty limited. And I'm going to talk about it in the next video, actually. Maybe a couple more examples that I would add in if I could eat those foods. So if you liked the video, please do subscribe. Pórta Ghlacha in our broad, agus briste gebla.